It is a quiet night. The house is finally still. You are exhausted, half sunk into the couch, with the phone glowing in your hand. You are not shopping for pleasure. You are trying to solve a small problem and move on with your life. A charger, a filter, a last-minute gift. Something simple. Something boring. You open the app, scroll, click, skim the details. Then you see the words that instantly relax your brain. Free shipping. There is a small sense of victory, not because you saved money, but because you avoided a fee. At checkout, the shipping line says $0. Your brain relaxes. You place the order. A few days later, the box arrives. You hold the item, and somehow the total you paid feels higher than the value in your hand. Maybe the quality is worse than expected. Maybe delivery took longer than promised. Maybe you added one extra item you did not need. If you have ever wondered why everything gets more expensive right at checkout, this video will explain exactly why. Here's the lie we are told. Free shipping means the store absorbed the cost. Free shipping means you won. Free shipping means efficiency. But shipping is not optional. It is not abstract. It is not free. Every package requires labor, fuel, storage, software, and time. Those costs never disappear. So when shipping looks free, one of two things is happening. Either you are paying for it somewhere else or you are paying for it later. The system is not generous, it is strategic. Before we expose how free shipping really works, we need to understand why shipping fees bother us so much in the first place. This reaction is not random. It is psychological and it is predictable. In behavioral economics, there is a concept called the zero price effect. The moment something is labeled free, your brain stops doing math. It stops comparing value. Logic steps aside, and emotion takes control. If I sell you a $10 gift card for $5, your brain calculates the gain. You spend $5, you receive $10. It is a rational transaction. But if I offer you a $5 gift card for free, the calculation disappears. Free feels categorically different. It feels special. It feels like a win. Now flip that logic. When you see a shipping fee, even a small one, your brain does not see a service. It sees a loss. It feels like a penalty for wanting something. Economists call this the pain of paying. About 2 decades ago, retailers realized something crucial. If they could remove that one painful line item, shipping, customers would stop evaluating the total price. As long as that fee is invisible, spending feels easier. But here is the part nobody likes to hear. Shipping is one of the most physical, labor-intensive systems in the modern economy. A digital click triggers a real-world chain of warehouses, workers, trucks, fuel, software, and time. Estimates suggest that moving a standard package costs retailers anywhere from $5 to $15. The final delivery to your door alone can cost around $5. So when shipping looks free, the cost was not erased, it was relocated. If that realization just clicked, pause for a second and like the video. It helps this channel reach more people who want to understand how everyday systems really work. When shipping disappears from checkout, it does not vanish. It changes location. The most common place it goes is into the product price itself. This is the oldest strategy in retail. Instead of charging shipping as a visible fee, the store quietly raises the base price of the product. Not enough for you to consciously notice, but enough to cover logistics. Imagine 2 stores selling the exact same item. Store A charges $24 plus $6 for shipping. Store B charges $30 with free shipping. The final total is identical. But psychologically, these 2 experiences feel completely different. Store A triggers pain, Store B feels smooth. And the smooth option almost always wins. Studies consistently show that buyers prefer a higher all-in price over a lower price with an added fee. Not because it is cheaper, but because it feels simpler. This becomes more expensive when you buy multiple items. If shipping is baked into every product, you can end up paying that hidden cost several times in a single order. Buy 3 small items, and each one may carry a few extra dollars to cover shipping. You pay that markup 3 times, even though everything arrives in one box. If shipping had been charged once, transparently, the total could have been lower. Instead, free shipping quietly inflates the entire cart. This is why free shipping often costs more over time. It is not a scam, It is a pricing strategy that exploits how your brain reacts to fees. The practical rule here is simple. Stop comparing sticker prices. Compare delivered totals. If two stores end at the same number, shipping was just moved. If one ends higher, free was not free. The next place shipping hides is inside subscriptions. This model built some of the largest retail platforms in the world. Free shipping becomes available only after you pay a monthly or yearly fee. Technically, shipping is free. Psychologically, it feels earned. But what you really did was prepay a shipping budget. Once you pay up front, your brain tries to justify that expense. You start buying more often, not because you need more things, but because not using the subscription feels like wasting money. This creates lock-in. You stop checking competitors. You stop comparing prices. You assume your platform offers the best deal because you already paid to be there. In many cases, base prices inside these ecosystems are slightly higher than elsewhere. Not enough to notice per item, but enough to matter over time. There is a simple test that reveals this instantly. How many times do you actually order each month? Not how many times you think you do. If you order once, your free shipping cost is essentially the entire subscription fee. That is not free. That is a very expensive delivery. If you order many times, the math improves, but prepaid is still not free. It is just paid in advance. Shipping also hides behind minimum order thresholds. Free shipping on orders over a certain amount turns checkout into a game. You are close to the threshold, so you add one more item. Something you did not plan to buy. You spend more to avoid a fee. The store wins twice. Higher order value and extra items that are cheap to produce and rarely returned. The rule here is brutal but effective. Look at the last item you added. Would you buy it if shipping was already free? If not, you are paying a minimum order tax. Sometimes shipping is not hidden in money, it is hidden in time and quality. When shipping is labeled free, it is often the slowest option available. You are placed at the back of the logistics queue. Your package moves when there is spare capacity. That delay has a cost. You wait longer. You check tracking more often. Plans depend on an item that has not arrived yet. Deadlines slip. Events happen without the thing you ordered. None of that appears on a receipt, but it is still a payment. Time is a currency, and uncertainty is a cost. Free shipping can also affect how items are handled. Slower routes and cheaper carriers often mean less care, more damage, more replacements, more waste. Then there are returns. Free shipping encourages buying without commitment. Multiple sizes, multiple versions. Buy now, decide later. Returning items is extremely expensive for retailers. Each return requires inspection, repackaging, and restocking. For many low-cost items, it is cheaper to discard them than to process the return. This creates massive waste. Perfectly usable products are destroyed because moving them again does not make financial sense. The cost of that waste does not disappear. It is spread across all customers, built into higher prices everywhere. So even if you never return anything, you are still paying for other people's returns. Free shipping did not create convenience, it created volume, and volume always demands compensation. So why does this system exist? Because it works. Free shipping increases conversion rates, raises average order value, and reduces price comparison. It makes buying feel effortless and questioning feel unnecessary. Retailers are not trying to trick you once. They are shaping long-term behavior, more frequent purchases, less friction, less resistance. Free shipping is not a gift, it is a behavioral lever. That does not mean you should never use it. Everyone uses it. The goal is not avoidance. The goal is awareness. Here is a simple checklist to run before you place an order. First, compare the delivered total, not the sticker price. If two stores end at the same number, shipping just moved. Second, treat subscriptions as prepaid shipping, not magic. If you do not order often, you are overpaying. Third, never add items just to reach a minimum threshold. If you did not need it before checkout, you do not need it now. Fourth, if timing matters, pay for speed. You are not paying for shipping. You are paying for certainty. Fifth, buy intentionally. Free returns are not a fitting room. Every careless return raises prices for everyone. Once you see what free shipping hides, it stops controlling your decisions. You stop chasing green check marks and progress bars, and you start protecting your money. If you want more breakdowns of the hidden logic behind everyday systems, subscribe. And if you have ever seen a fee so absurd it made you laugh, leave it in the comments. That is where the next investigation starts. See you soon. Bye.